This is your Sports on Demand for Thursday, January 18th. I'm Mike Ludlum. Hancock Bulldogs, still one of the top high school hockey teams in the state in Division III. Bulldogs took their act to Negaunee last night to take on the Miners. First, Teddy Randell off the boards and into the net with the slap shot and a 1-0 lead for the visitors. Next, after the faceoff, Colton Solani will bounce one around the defenseman and takes the angle and goes 5-hole, I think, with that one. A 2-0 lead for Hancock. Again, against the boards, Teddy Randell, the Colton Solani, and he's going to find Bryce Randell, and that is a 3-0 lead for Hancock. About time we say the name Alex Nordstrom, and he is going to get a breakaway. And he will get one in as well as he goes the backhand through the 5-hole, and Hancock goes on to win by the count of 10-1. On the scoreboard, Calumet had to travel a little more south, and the Copper Kings with a 10-2 victory over Escanaba. 6 power play goals, and the Copper Kings had 1 goal and 6 assists by Sam Urkala. To basketball. Gwynn at Ishpeming, fourth quarter. Jaden Tucker finds Darius Yohe. He puts it up and in. And the Hematites have a double-digit lead. Next, Hart Holmgren gets a double team, so he says somebody's got to be open. It's Jaden Tucker. Flips that one in with the left hand. In fact, we don't even need to make an edit. The Model Towners' Jacob Porubsky will hit this one off the George Blaha high glass to give Model Towners 2 more points. Then Gavin Sundberg will drive and score. Pretty much simple as that. Ishpeming bounces back from a loss to Marquette with a 72-48 victory over the Model Towners. On the scoreboard, Gladstone gets past Negaunee 60-54. Iron Mountain no trouble with Manistee 73-29. It was Kingsford downing North Dickinson 70-34. Battle of Iron County goes to West Iron 64-46 over Forest Park. Stephen Nelson had 16 points, 14 rebounds, and 7 blocks for the Whitecons. Calumet 62, Hancock 44. Caleb Gregory has 19 as Lakeland and Hubble gets past Baraga 59-42. We did not hear from Jefferson Ontonagon. Jake Witt, 24 points, 24 rebounds, and 7 blocks as the Panthers of Ewan-Trail Creek beat the Panthers of Chassell 63-42. Cade Mazan had 21 for the Speed Boys, Bessemer 70, Watersmeet 31. Connor Ortman had 20 in the Norway victory, 75-31 over Big Bay Denok. The game to pay attention to, Bark River Harris knocks off number 1 and undefeated Rapid River of the Little 5 Pool, 48-45. Cedarville 76, Engadine 52. Brimley 11 better than Pickford. We did not hear from the Sioux and Rudyard. And 2 more 11-point victories, Newberry down Detour and Sheboygan 71, St. Ignace 60. Girls basketball, Bark River Harris visited Escanaba for a good ball game last night. Grace Peterson is going to get the bucket here. She had 18, and Sierra Debelak had 17. For Escanaba, Nicole Kameen to Katie Wilson. Up and in. Escanaba up 64-57 in the fourth quarter. After a couple of free throws, Savannah Barron doubled, almost nearly triple team. Cassidy Stannard puts this one away. Eskimos up by 7 again. Lexi Shaler had 18 to lead the Orange and Black, including 2 and a foul here. 71-61. The Eskimos hang on to beat Bark River Harris. Up in Marquette, Sault Ste. Marie taking on the Redettes. First quarter action here. Valletta Gage looks like she was going to make a layup, but gives it to Kayla Willems. Nice move to create space and puts it in. Blue Devils had plenty of success with the pick and roll play. Victoria Nagy to Julia Beaumont. Off the window and good. And a short time later, Victoria Nagy to Amy Conestow, and she will score off the window as well. For the Redettes, Claudia Hale to Avery Leedy for 3. But Sault Ste. Marie led 16-10 after 1. To the second, C.C. Warner to Victoria Nagy. Nice spin with the left hand. Yes, that one gets in off the backboard. Sydney Keevy will make a pass underneath to Bridget Pliska for the basket. But Sault Ste. Marie goes home with the victory, 49-45. Over to Republic, where waters met the Republic Michigamme Hawks. Quarter number 1, Bethany Baldwin gets the rebound. And we'll keep right on dribbling through defenders, off another one, and up and in with the left hand. Moments later, Naomi Nelson with the steal. And she will go to the right side of the basket with a little flip hook. And that one falls. Move to the second quarter. Taylin Raisinin to Allie Radcliffe. She's good from 3. In the second quarter, still Radcliffe's pass is stolen by Baldwin, and she will drive the length of the court again for the layup. She ended up with 26 on the night. For the Hawks, Alicia Ball to Raisinin. That one's good, but Watersmeet goes on to win this one 59-44. On the girls' board, as we mentioned, Escanaba over Bark River Harris 71-61. Gwynn 48, Stevenson 36. It was Chancellor 51, Hancock 33. Mackenzie Boyd had 25 for Ironwood. However, the Castle Guards of Washburn won 60-57. And Jordan Springer had 25 for Florence. The Bobcats beat Phelps 63-35. GLIAC scoreboard, Wayne State defeated the Michigan Tech women 52-40. Elizabeth Kelleher had 11 points and 12 rebounds for the Huskies. The men snapped their losing streak. Kyle Monroe, 34 points and 8 rebounds. Huskies 76, Wayne State 66. The Lakers were in battle in Allendale, and Grand Valley won the women's game 80-40, and Grand Valley won the men's game as well over LSSU 66-62. Don't forget, NMU's games against Davenport were postponed because of the norovirus down on that campus. Big Ten men's basketball, Nebraska played its best game in ages. In fact, I think I heard the stat, this is the first time the Cornhuskers have beaten the Wolverines in more than half a century? 72-52 Nebraska. And in wrestling last night, a quadrangular at Westwood. The Patriots beat Menominee 66-12 and Iron Mountain 54-30. And Menominee and Iron Mountain both picked up victories over the Gwinn Model Towners. The Michigan Tech hockey team is in 5th place going into this weekend series with Alaska. The Huskies are 2 points behind 4th place Bemidji State for home ice in the first round of the WCHA playoffs. Incredibly enough, the Beavers are the Huskies' Winter Carnival opponent next month. But let's not look too far in the future. Tech head coach Joe Shawn says Alaska has a pretty good power play and his team needs to take care of business tomorrow and Saturday, just like it did in November in Fairbanks.
And offensively, they don't need a lot of time to make something happen. They don't need a lot of space to make something happen. So we're going to have to be inside of our coverages. We're going to have to play a patient game. And that's something that we need to learn how to do. We need to learn how to play in games that are really difficult, that aren't racehorse games. We need to learn how to play in those games and to grind those games out.
You know, I try not to focus too much on the individual awards, but as a team, I think we need to be a little more consistent and you know, we find ways to beat really good teams and then kind of lapse against other teams, so we need to be more consistent.
I think we just need to stick to our game and try to play consistent, get pucks behind their D, and just get to work.
Yeah, we got to use home ice advantage for sure. When we pack this place, that's a big help. Definitely looking for some fans, and that'll be good. In terms of our play, I think we got to, you know, play our game, stick to how we play the game, play good defense, and let our offense come off of that.
Face off both nights at 7:07. Saturday is junior hockey night at the McGinnis Student Ice Arena, the annual celebration of youth hockey players in the area. There will also be a skate with the Huskies after the game. The first 200 youth into the building will receive a goodie bag with coupons and candy. The NMU hockey team hosts Lake Superior State this weekend. The Wildcats have picked up a recruit who will begin play in the 2019-20 season. Ryan Ullen is a Hibbing, Minnesota native who's playing for the Bismarck Bobcats of the North American Hockey League. In 21 appearances this season, his record is 10-8-2 with a 2.59 goals against average and a .913 saves percentage. Bobcats coach Lane Sedevy says the best part of Ullen is his work ethic, combining that with his size, talent, and technical proficiency. And you know NMU just signed a big-time goaltender. That's a pretty good little compliment. Ullen is the third Bobcat to choose NMU, joining Grant Johnson and Tanner Vesio. The GLIAC has announced NMU junior Arnaldo Herrera as the male swimmer of the week. Herrera captured 2 first-place finishes in Saturday's meet with Wisconsin Green Bay. In the 100-yard breaststroke, his time was 57.52 and 2 minutes 6.1 seconds in the 200-yard breaststroke. The Wildcats will host their final meet in the Peef Pool Saturday afternoon with their annual intra-squad meet. The meet is set to begin at 11 in the morning and should be a lot of fun because it will have mixed races, a class relay, and yes, a relay between the NMU football and men's soccer teams. The meet will also serve as senior day for 3 members of the team.